Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm doing a BuzzFeed tasty recreation of the crispy rice cereal chocolate cheesecake. Let's begin. So just before we get into today's video, I wanted to say a massive thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Clicking the notification bell, then you'll be notified whenever I upload. To start, you'll want to prepare your tin. I line the base of my tin using some greaseproof paper, but you could also use cling film if that's what you've got available. So the next stage is to whip up your cream. You will then want to whisk your cream until it gets to the stiff peak stage, being careful not to over whisk at any point. Once you've got it whipped, you can then put it in the fridge until you need it later on. So next is the stage where you melt the chocolate and cream together to make a sort of ganache. They recommend pouring the cream over the chocolate and microwaving for 30 seconds at a time. This was after 30 seconds and then another 30 seconds it was done, so don't overheat it at this stage. So into a medium-sized saucepan you'll want to add in your butter and put this over a medium-high heat until it's melted. Then take it off the heat and add in all of your mini marshmallows. I opted for the white variety, but feel free to use what you want. Put this back on the heat and mix it until it's become melted and smooth. You can then add this to your rice cereal or rice krispies, whichever you want to call it, and then add in the marshmallow mixture into the rice cereal and just fold it in until it's all coated. This stage doesn't take too long, but make sure it's all thoroughly coated and mixed through. Next you'll want to transfer that mixture into your 10-inch tin and get as much of it in there as possible. You will next want to push this cereal down and around the side so you've built a wall and a base. Do this using a greased cup measurement. I recommend having some butter or some oil there, not a lot, you just need a bit to coat the base and it'll help it move around so much easier. This doesn't take too long, but if you want it to look more perfect then you might want to spend a bit more time trying to get it as level as possible. So into a medium-sized bowl you'll want to add your soft cheese, your granulated sugar and your vanilla and whisk these all together using either a hand whisk or an electric whisk until it's come together and it's smooth. All the ingredients should be fully incorporated. You will then want to add in all of the chocolate mixture you made earlier on. It should be cooled down by now and you'll just want to whisk this in until it's fully incorporated. You will notice that the mixture will go from being quite a dark brown and white to a medium to dark brown colour. Scrape down the sides and the bottom of your bowl and then add in the whipped cream and just fold this in using a spatula. At this stage the mixture is already pretty thick and won't take very long in the fridge to set up. You can then transfer your chocolate cheesecake mixture into your Rice Krispies bowl. Get as much of that mixture in there as possible and then you'll want to level it out as best as you can. I find using a spatula at first works well, but then I like to use my small offset spatula to get it as smooth as possible on top. But don't worry, if you're not looking for something so super smooth, feel free to use the back of a spoon or your spatula. You can then pipe on the whipped cream that we prepared earlier on. One thing to note is that the amount that Tasty recommended leaving aside wasn't enough and I actually had to whip up more at this point right here. You can then add the chocolate on top. I didn't have enough in this batch, but then I just added some grated on top and it looked alright. So don't worry about it too much, it actually adds a bit of texture on top of the cheesecake, which works really well. You can set it in the fridge or you can remove it from the tin and plate up as you wish. So I removed the tin from the sides and the base, and then I also removed the greaseproof paper I had there previously and then cut into it, cutting a slice out. The cheesecake itself was easy to cut into, but when it came to cutting through the base I thought I had, but then I realised I hadn't, so you had to press the knife down quite firm. But it does make for an unusual twist on a traditional cheesecake which has a buttery biscuit base, but I think I would stick with the more traditional biscuit base rather than a Rice Krispies one. Here is what it looks like once it's done. So here is the final result and what it looks like once I've remade it. I think it looks somewhat like the tasty version, but I pressed down too much on the base. Apart from that, it turned out well. Would I recommend making it? Yeah, if you want to try something new, a bit different. The Rice Krispie bowl does work a treat with it actually, it's quite nice. So yeah, if you're looking for something different, definitely try this. And on that note, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me. I'll be back next week with another video. Any video suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Yep, that's all. Check out my social medias as I do post behind the scenes on Instagram stories. Follow me there for more behind the scenes. That's all. Bye guys.